Late at night, in a forest shrouded in thick fog, stood a small village surrounded by trees, their branches reaching for the sky as if trying to grasp something unseen. The villagers had long avoided talking about what lay beyond the forest's edge. In the shadows of ancient oaks, there was rumored to be a monster, a creature whose soul had been cursed for eternity. Martha, a young woman returning to visit her parents in the village, hadn't been there in years. She had always thought these stories were just legends, spooky tales the elders told children to scare them. But that night, something felt different as she walked down the main street of the village. The wind suddenly died down. The usual sounds of the night were gone. No crickets, no rustling leaves. A strange sense at the edge of the forest, she saw a dark figure that seemed to melt out of the shadows between the trees. It was the monster. Its body was covered in thick black fur, eyes glowing with a blood-red light, and its mouth twisted into a grotesque grin, full of teeth sharp as daggers. Martha froze in place, her heart pounding, paralyzed by fear. The creature took a step forward, each movement accompanied by a sickening crunch, as if the ground beneath it were breaking. She tried to scream, but no sound came out at that moment. A light flared up from the darkness on the outskirts of the village. It was a torch. Someone was approaching Martha. In the dim light, a group of villagers appeared, armed with old rifles and torches. They were silent and focused. One of them, an old man with a deeply wrinkled face, shouted, "Get back, Martha! Don't go any closer." She stumbled toward them, barely able to keep her legs steady from the terror. The old man turned to the monster and began speaking in a strange language that sent chills down Martha's spine. The monster stopped, and its furious glare seemed to burn even brighter. "We can't kill it," the old man said quietly, "but we can hold it off." Martha wanted to ask something, but before she could, a low, menacing laugh echoed from behind her. She turned and saw the creature vanishing into the depths of the forest, leaving behind a trail of blackened earth that reeked of decay. "What was that?" Martha asked, her voice shaking. "That's an ancient forest demon," the old man said. "We tried to banish it many years ago, but it came back. Every time, it grows stronger, angrier. You shouldn't come back here." But Martha knew that the terrifying monster wouldn't stay in the forest forever. One day, it would find its way to her home. And when it did, the darkness would consume everything she knew. A cold wind blew through the trees again, and with it came the chilling realization. The creature was just waiting for its time to strike.